Okay, so we're looking at If You See Her Say Hello, Bob Dylan. Gonna play the record version, then we're gonna show you how to play it, one of the bootleg versions. Very fun on the acoustic. All right, so we got capo second fret here, standard tuning, and we're gonna have a C chord. We're gonna have an A minor. We'll have an F. We'll also have a G, as so. We'll also have a B flat. And we'll talk about the other things going on. We'll have a little walk that we have here that comes into play. So that's 3 on the 6th string, open 5, 2 on the 5th string, and then 3 on the 5th string relative to the capo, and that makes your C chord there. And you can do that at the end of the first line of the verses. You can do a type of walk such as that, or the whole thing. So the intro, I like to play the bar chord versions, and just kind of same with the outro. I'm doing kind of a long down stroke, something like. Because you have a couple of guitars, you have a mandolin going on, and to get that best with your instrument is kind of doing something like that, in my opinion. Anyways, as we go on to the verses here, like I said, that is the intro and the outro. For the verses, we have something like this. And then it just repeats on and on and on again. So in between every verse is that little walk. The second chord of the last lyric line, a lot of times I'm just gonna play a G over C. Although sometimes I might grab this B over C and still have that G over the top. Something like that. I don't know, experiment and see what sound you can get out of it. But now we're going to switch to the acoustic to play the bootleg version of it. Alright. Sorry if I lose anybody, but it's just weird how I'm trying to explain this. Bootleg version or the New York version, you can play it in open D or open E. The chord shapes are going to be the same, so don't get hung up on the chord names. Just worry about the shapes. And I'm playing an open D because I think it just sounds better, and you just tune down a little bit instead of tuning up a little bit. So I don't know if that makes any sort of difference. Play around with it. But an open D, it's going to be D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. So music theory wise, it's just going to be like a 1, 4, 5, and then we're going to have a 6 chord in it. If that makes no sense, then we'll just keep moving on. So your 1 chord, this is going to be all open strings. That's going to be your D. You could play it like that, all open. Or you could do 5 and 4 on the 5th and the 4th string. If you want to add a little flavor to it. The next chord that we have, I'm going to be calling it a G chord. It's going to be open, 2, open, 1, 2, open. That's going to be your 4 chord, 4th chord. Whatever, 4 chord, whatever. And then after that is going to be open, open, 2, 1, 2, open. That's going to be your fifth chord. It's also going to be advertised as B11 on DylanChords.com if you want to follow along with that. They play it in open E tuning. Whatever, just transpose it down to follow along with us here. It's an A11 here. Next is going to have your minor chord. We're calling it the B minor. So you can keep pretty much the same shape here. It's going to be open, 2, open, open, 2, open. And that's almost it. We have the major 7 chord. It's going to be open, open, 4, 3, 4, open. So a lot of your index finger tip I just figured out is going to be on the G string here. So it's a little faster chord changes. It's going to be totally different style, but it's going to be something like this. So hopefully you hung on long enough to hear this. If you see her say hello, she might be in Tangier. She left here last early spring and left right here. Say for me that I'm alright, though new things come and go. She might think that I've forgotten her, but tell her it isn't so. Something like that. So it's very nice that you can have your major 7 chord over here. Just shift all the way down to the first position. Don't have to move your finger position at all. Just slide all the way down. You get that nice, cool sounding chord. The only other tip that I have is when you go to that minor chord, I'm playing predominantly just the first strum through to get that note there. So remember, it's open, 2, open, open, 2. So the first time through, I'm just really emphasizing the 5th string. So I kind of rambled. I kind of ran through this because, there's a lot of different ways you can play it. It's an outtake bootleg, different version for a reason. I mean, if you're a Dylan fan, you all know that it doesn't play the same song twice. I mean, he plays it differently each time live, each time recording. So this is just like the groundwork to get to your own version if you want to play it, or if you have a certain take that he did in mind somewhere else that you just love, a certain take that he does. I'm sure it's pretty similar to what is going on here. Remember, I'm playing an open D. You can play an open E if you want as well. And the tuning is going to be that on the screen for open E tuning. But anyways, the shapes are going to be all the same. Don't let music theory freak you out. It's awesome to learn. It's very easy to learn. If you need help on learning that, let me know. I don't know the best way to make a video off of it, but if there's certain spots that you need help with, I will help you out.